Hey everyone, it's Mikhail. It's been a while. You're probably thinking, wait, this guy still exists or something. I don't know if you really care. I guess I'll talk about that remark later in the video, but nah, I'm just gonna talk a bit about where I've been and I guess the future a little. Things have changed these last few months. If I look back, the last time I uploaded, I did stream Horizon Forbidden West not too long ago, but it still feels a while ago. But if we talk about the upload before that, it's been 4 to 5 months. I don't even remember. And but yes, I guess I'll talk just about what's been going on, and it goes back to like the beginning of summer. I guess I was miserable my second year of high school, especially near the end. My friends, my classmates, and everything were wonderful. They were really great, really supportive. They didn't judge each other easily. I didn't judge them. I could have easily judged them, but I didn't. I chose to care about their personality and how nice they are. Like they did often make some bad choices, but in the end they weren't bad people. But that's not the worry. I'm talking about that because my first year of high school, in terms of socially in the class, it was god awful. My second year in terms of the class was great. It's just that the work there was not for me. I didn't imagine completing my third year because there's so much to retain and so much information and techniques to learn for the third year exams. And I'm just not built for that. I'm terrible at holding a lot of information, like a lot, which is unfortunate because like the option I chose is general culture because that's where most artistic people want to go. I don't even know if it would have brought me far, but at the time, high school was my only option. And the thing is, there are four different history um, classes in that subject. No, it's four history subjects in that class. Because here in Switzerland, high school, you have five main paths you can choose for your 3 year plan, even though it's more active in this two last. So there's like maybe health or learning to be a teacher. Scientist, etc., etc. So I was miserable. I was not doing well. I thought everything was unfair. The teachers were being unfair. The classes were ridiculous, in my opinion. And after I did my second year, I didn't even fully complete it because I didn't find a mandatory internship. Because finding jobs and work here is just dog shit. Um, so I stopped. I guess you could call me a dropout. And throughout the summer, I should have been looking for something else, something specific to study. That's what I'd mainly want to do, and something I know will bring me up in the future, you could say. And what I love to do is everything that's video making, sound making. I'd really like to study editing professionally, sound design, which would hopefully lead to music making because I'm a very big fan of soundtrack for movies, games, series, anime, etc. Instead of a lot of the shit songs that we hear today by actual like artists and people who sing. Um, so yeah, I've been looking. I found a few things, but unfortunately, I only had a wake up call after we got back from our vacation. My family really like asked what have you been doing, and I realized I've been doing nothing all summer. I was so demotivated by what was happening before because it wasn't just school. Socially, I was feeling depressed because I felt like I wasn't moving in life. I wasn't making new connections. I felt I didn't really have. I do have a few close friends, but even them today I don't see much anymore. I have a lot of just connections. I wouldn't call them friends. Just people I see in town if I have nothing to do, who are nice and stuff, but not people I would connect on another level. And so I was feeling incredibly lonely and things. And during the summer, I was just not doing anything. That was my bad. I should have been looking. And by the time summer was over, things were starting. I still was looking for stuff, and unfortunately, a lot of things disappeared because, well, that was the time things were starting. You really here have to look at least half a year in advance for what you want to do, science stuff, and then you can begin. So, thankfully, at the time of recording this, I found an internship in a daycare. um, to occupy myself as I wait for more opportunities next year. I found a few courses in what I like to do, and thankfully they don't start. One or two start after Christmas, and the rest probably in the summer. So I would have to wait a while depending on what I choose. But for now, I think I'm better. I found something. I'm occupied because at first you think, oh, you have so much free time. That's all right. That seems fun. Sure, the first 1 2 weeks it'll be fun, but then I swear to you, it does not feel nice. Waking up all the time at 11 in the morning, midday, even after, and wasting the day away. Because that's what I did a lot. I would think, okay, tomorrow I'll try to wake up early, be proactive, do some different things, work on myself, and then find some other things. I never did. I always said tomorrow or next week, this week I'll take a break. It was every single time. I was very unhealthy, and that's what's unfortunate. But now that I can wake up early, I have a schedule and stuff. I do have long work hours, so I can't really, I don't know, maybe work out at home a bit. I could, I just have to wake up much earlier, and I'm not really a morning person. Getting up at 6 a.m. is a bit of a chore for me. So yeah, still a few difficulties, but I'm trying. At least I've done what's necessary, and right now I'm feeling okay. In terms of a schedule and things, so that's one aspect of why I've been so absent. Um, Recently, it's just I was not feeling good with my education, with my social life, and throughout the whole summer I was just low. And I wasn't even the only one. Some friends in the Discord, if you didn't even know, yes, we have a Discord. I have a few friends, subscribers, but they've turned into some of my best friends. We've talked about how this summer there was just something that demotivated us, kept us so low, kept us so lazy, didn't really want to do anything. So I was kind of thankful I wasn't the only one, but at the same time, it's unfortunate that it's happened to other people. Um, so yeah, that's one aspect. I focus more on the fact that school wasn't doing it for me, and I'm looking for something else. But again, if I dive a little more into the social thing, it's a little private, but again, as people are exiting school, doing work, growing up, a lot of my best friends are, I wouldn't say leaving me, it's just not seeing them often. And I'd say seeing my friends was definitely something very healthy for me. I feel so much of the time that I'm alone. Like if I'm traveling to my work and stuff, I don't really care. I don't look at people around me and think of new opportunities. I just feel like I'm invisible. It's very hard to make personal connections here. Won't really talk about it, but I can tell you that digitally I've been trying to make more connections in one way. Take that information or guess of it how you will, and it's not nice. I've been looking. I haven't really been looking because like looking here is like the only way you can make more connections is friends of friends or friends of people you already know, and even there like you'll learn their name and you'll see them every once in a while and stuff, but there's nothing powerful, you could say. And today that's quite strong. I talked about that to my sister when I talked to her earlier. Today I'm feeling kind of the same way socially as I did at the beginning of the summer, just lonely. Just lonely. Again, I see my friends from time to time, but my best friend has found an internship. He's very busy. He's working on himself a lot. He's barely available on the weekends, so I see him every week, every 2 weeks, but it feels so much longer than that. My other best friend, who I met thanks to the one I just talked about, is also busy because they've all finished school. And here, when you finish school, you can go to high school or do an internship or an apprenticeship. And usually that'll take you farther away from town, the center of town around here. Um, and they're quite busy, and they also change a lot. The second friend I was talking about has changed. It's a bit private, but he's changed, and I respect his decision, but it's not really something I want to be around all the time. And even he used to invite us all the time for stuff back then. And nowadays it's not really the case. I've been invited to his birthday party, but other than that, again, not a lot of moments for us. And then another best friend of mine, she's just doing high school. She often goes out to town and things, but I feel like compared to a few months ago, I'm also losing touch. I am rambling a little bit here. It's just a little hard to explain without sharing a lot of private information. And I just feel like I'm losing my friends. I really don't have a lot of best friends here that I can rely on or see a lot of the time. Because these friends as well, we would share our loads with each other, just talk about what's going on. My best friend, the first best friend I talked about, who's basically my brother, at the end of the year, he knew I was a bit sad, but I never fully talk about it. I just keep it in me. You could say it's unhealthy, but I just don't know how to explain it without doing this, without rambling, without making. I feel like I ramble. I don't make much sense, and I feel like it's just useless. But he clearly started having feeling very unhealthy simply because he has a lot of masks. He puts on a mask for his family, for his friends, and he talked about that. And I said it's okay to do that if you're insecure or whatever, but doing it for so long is not healthy. And even when he talked to me seriously back then, he a few times wanted to see me after school and stuff, and I thought it was just like a normal hangout and stuff, and I had other things to do. And he said, I really had to talk to you, it was serious. And I told him, well, you should have just told me that. I would have stopped anything I was doing and talked to you. You just have to tell the truth. Because he sugarcoats a lot of things. And I told him sometimes you don't have to do that. A point of all this is just that sometimes after school we just go anywhere, sit down. And a friend who's so close that you can just sit with them, I don't know, opposite chairs or at a bench or at a table, whatever you'd like. You can just sit and for minutes on end just not say anything. Like you can just sense the other's vibe, not share a word, and you can still feel what you need to feel, appreciate their company and stuff. That's sometimes what we did. We would just sit for a while, just somewhere peaceful, while the afternoon was going into the evening, and sometimes talk about our stuff. And he was starting to have a lot of personal problems in terms of like family and growing up that I had. And he was also feeling miserable about his second year of high school. I knew exactly how he felt and things. But thankfully, he was able to find an internship a few weeks into the summer, and ever since, he's been doing much better. Much, much better. And again, I feel like I'm rambling a little. Point is, he's doing much better, and I know that, and I feel really good about it because I saw how low he felt, how low he was. And it's not just his job. He's been doing a lot of physical and emotional and habit changes, you could say, and he's doing so much better. I mean, after I came back from vacation, I called him a few times before even seeing him physically, and just by listening to his voice, I knew he was doing so much better. And yeah. Next point. Maybe I should have written this down. I guess YouTube itself is one problem or the other. If you don't know, I say recently, but it was really around the beginning of the year. It's been so long now. I just haven't really cared about it that I haven't noticed. My channel got demonetized, unfortunately, because of a lot of reused content. And ever since that happened, I tried to change it multiple times, make a lot of changes on my channel, and YouTube just would not give it back to me. Because I thought, I didn't know, I think that the music I was re-uploading was a problem. Because a lot of music I upload, I try to re-upload in a way, if like music that's not copyright. Because you can see that a lot of my playlists are unreleased soundtrack for games, which is basically I play the whole game, record as much soundtrack as possible, and chances are a lot of soundtrack that's not in the official playlist that came out for that game is there. And I guess the whole thing, a lot of other YouTubers do this. I feel like they just, play the game, listen to this one track and this one part of it, and it's like, they're like, damn, it's such a shame that this didn't release officially, It would be cool for people to listen to this music, not just while playing the game. And that's what they did. They then played the whole game, recorded a bunch of soundtrack, and uploaded it. And I thought, why not? I have uploaded stuff that is copyright strike, but it's copyright. I can't monetize. I can't fight for it. I just leave it be. It's fine. But I feel like that was maybe like a strike one or something like that. Because slowly I also did start uploading shorts because those were becoming very popular. So I thought, okay, videos I find very funny have some great clips in them, clips that define the video. And I thought, considering that, shorts were becoming a thing on YouTube at that time, I thought I'd kind of do the same thing. I didn't really think twice about it. But YouTube was keeping an eye on me with a freaking sniper rifle, I swear to God, because I started uploading shorts of like clips I really, really loved because those were very popular and stuff, and I thought I could maybe do something with that. And lo and behold, I don't even know if there was a strike 2 or whatever, but that was apparently strike 3. And YouTube decided, okay, this guy's reusing way too much content, which is very stupid because so much content nowadays is just reacting to other stuff and reactors reacting to people reacting to. You get my point. It's reused content all the time, but yet if a small YouTuber like me does it, that's when it's bad. And again, like I said, I deleted all reused content, mostly all shorts and things. It didn't work. I had to delete my most popular video, which was the What's Up Danger 1 hour loop I made, which got me a lot of subscribers I have today. Had to delete that. Didn't change a thing. I mostly took away every single like copyright strike video I had, or anything that was private, I still deleted. Something I was planning on uploading, I deleted it. I made so many changes, and the thing is, I could make these changes within a day or two, but every time you apply for something on YouTube, it takes a little bit for them to see that and try to see and give you a response. And if the response isn't good, if I had to reapply at some point, like I said, I could have done it in a day or two, a reapply, but the thing is, I had to wait a full month every single time. So it was just killing me on the inside, the fact that I had to wait a whole month. I sent them a request to remonetize me, saying, I think I've corrected everything, please take a look. Within a day or less, they reply with a half-assed review from a robot, and they say it's not eligible, please do it again. But in a full month, 30 days of suffering, please do so. So that was the deal, and at some point, I just gave up. I didn't really see the point of it, simply because, I guess this is a conversation for a whole other video, but a lot of big YouTubers have said this, and a lot of big YouTubers like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, all the big boys and girls, I guess, who can make any content they want, and it's good, they get the views they need, they give out the entertainment they want to. They're lucky because they got to start when YouTube was really beginning. They've been through the golden age, they've been through everything, they're veterans. When I hear Jacksepticeye, who is my favorite YouTuber, talk about all the changes and all the things that happen, and even when there are big problems with YouTube. A few weeks ago, that was the case, and he wanted to talk about it, which was an actual huge problem. I don't know if you've watched it or not, but YouTube has big problems, and he talks about them. He just talked about how, people who start out in YouTube today are super unlucky or like have a very hard time, because he talked about how, considering he's a big YouTuber and he had I don't remember what he calls it, but he basically has, you could say, a type of agent who can talk to YouTube directly about problems he has or like hiccups that shouldn't really be there. He has someone who can talk directly to YouTube so they can try to correct it for him. Little YouTubers like me, we got jack shit. We can't do any of that, and so if we get any unfair problems and stuff, we don't really know what's wrong. We can't ask, and we can't ask to correct. They won't do anything for small YouTubers. They only care about big people who bring them a lot of money, who have a lot of success. And another reason I say big is because Jacksepticeye and everyone has uploaded a lot of things. They mostly started out with gaming and stuff, we all know that, but today Jacksepticeye has done a lot of different things, like his try not to laughs, his try not to cringe, try not to get anxious, Jacksepticeye's funniest home videos. It's reacting to a lot of things, reacting to stuff that could be reused, but that's no problem. I'm not blaming Jack, I'm blaming the system. You're totally allowed to do that, but if small YouTubers can't do that and big ones can, that's basically just, I forgot the word. I don't want to say racist, there's a different word for it, but you get my point. And the fact that Jack can upload a gaming video or a reaction video or anything, and he still gets pretty damn good views, That to me is very, it's sad for someone like me, but it's great for someone like him. That was basically my dream as a YouTuber. I did do whatever I could, but my dream was to be a personality YouTuber where anything you do, your fans will love and watch for a majority. That's, yeah. And if you start YouTube today, there's no way in hell you can do that. You have to stick with one type of content, grind it until you get a lot of good feedback and stuff, and start growing slowly. Um, that's why on YouTube I was never really successful, because I did so many different videos, types of videos, so much different content that YouTube didn't know who to recommend it to. And even though I was gaining subscribers slowly, these are the parts of YouTube that I feel like are a little, I wouldn't say sad, but that annoyed me a bit while I did it. I would slowly and steadily gain subscribers, but no one would stay. Any stream or any video I uploaded, the views were shit, and it was the same subscribers. I do appreciate them, really. Like, there are some best friends of mine who are in the Discord and who would still comment on videos, who would do that. But other than that, new people who supposedly subscribed never showed up, never got any views. Within 3 days I would get a certain amount of views, and that was it. No more, no more. That was it. And so that was slowly, I wouldn't say, yeah, no, it was really upsetting me. Only certain videos, which were my 1 hour loops, were getting good views. So that's why I stuck with that and slowly got, you know, well, noticed by YouTube, and then they decided to take the shot, because that's all I was doing, because that was just getting me good feedback, and I thought that was the key on this platform. So yeah, there's that. And another thing is that, as you can see, my setup really isn't too good. I have a blue snowball mic here, very good quality, better than what I used to have before. I simply have my little MacBook right here, and this is just the laptop webcam. I don't have money for so many other setups that people have, and I don't think it's like makes it better or worse or whatever. You can make whatever you can with what you have, and you can still do the best kind of stuff. It's just when I see a lot of other people who have like huge setups early in their career on YouTube and stuff, I just ask, how the hell do you have money for this? Even people, kids around my age, whenever I ask, what do you play games, and they say yes, I always ask, what do you play and stuff. A lot of them will say PC, and I don't focus on much on the fact that it's PC games, like all those shooters and shit. I care a little, but that's not what I care a lot about. Is the fact that they have a setup of all this and stuff, and I keep just asking, you're around my age, you're a student, how do you have money for this? When I play games, I have my PlayStation hooked up to the living room TV. That's it. I don't have a monitor. I have a laptop, but you can't directly connect your PlayStation to that. You have to have like a monitor, HDMI, everything. And I don't even have that. I don't have like huge lights, webcams, a PC, like a PC and monitor. I don't have that. And I know I just said that doesn't really affect your status or how you grow on YouTube, but in the back of my mind it does, in my opinion, which is unfortunate. I know it probably doesn't, but that's how I feel. We've rambled quite a bit. I don't even know what the point of it was. Yeah, I just talked a little bit about what I didn't like on YouTube and stuff. Yeah, no, streaming was a bit difficult. I still can't, like, I stream using the PlayStation, so if there's a crash or anything, that's it. I can't change game mid-stream, because I've tried streaming with OBS right here. I can record, no problem and stuff, but streaming, like the stream key or whatever the hell I need and stuff, it just wouldn't work and stuff. Yeah, and I guess if we can go back to, my feedback on YouTube, no one would show up. I would always, say the stuff you need to. Like, at first, I didn't really think saying subscribe, comment, like, and stuff, I thought it was a bit egotistical, but I've noticed you have to do that. You have to, like, make it pop up as little pictures or little videos in the video. Like, those little animations, like, subscribe, and all that. You have to do that because people often forget to click the bell after they subscribe, because if you don't click the bell, you don't get anything from your new subscription at all. You get nothing. It says recommended or, like, a few notifications. You don't get jack shit. You need to click the bell and things like that. And I feel like maybe a lot of people didn't, no matter how many times I said it, and no matter how many times I talked about the Discord and this and that, no one's shown up. In my Discord, we have like 24 members, maybe 4 or 5 of which talk. Yeah, that's it. And slowly, these things have made me give up hope a little bit. Um, I guess there's not many other factors to talk about, or at least that have connected with. Okay, I'll start that sentence again. I don't think there's anything else that affected my huge break. It really just was mostly me, my lack of motivation, my state and things. And I guess the final question, which will finish off this video, is what's the future of this channel and stuff. My uncle in South Africa, I saw my family. So when I said multiple times in this video I went on holiday, we saw our family in South Africa. My uncle told me that I could maybe like start a new channel and put any successful video I had before on there and see what happens. But I'm sorry to say, Unc, but that's not how things work. Like, I'm sorry, when people talk to me about stuff that I know, like they know better, I know how many times I say but, because I do know certain things more than others, because I've been on this damn platform, and then they keep repeating the same things and stuff, I get very, very annoyed. And I was trying to explain, the algorithm, how things have changed, how YouTube changes all the time and not for the better nowadays. It's not the same as before. No matter how many times I started talking or tried to make a point, they would just continue. And so I could maybe make another. I've tried once or twice making a second channel, but the thing is, like I said, I'm not really professional. I don't know all the ins and outs. And so, like I said, starting a new channel today, unless you have everything you need, all the techniques and stuff, and unless you're a woman, you don't really have lots of chances. I know that last remark seemed a bit douchey, but it's the truth. It's not even my opinion. It's a fact. A lot of women that I've seen on this platform are incredibly successful very quickly, and I won't even discuss why or anything. It's just a fact. You can't argue. Acting a bit salty. Great. Yeah, no, if you start another channel and you don't really know what you're doing, which would be my case, it's no use. The main point of why I talked about this to my uncle is like they were talking about what's your side hustle to gain some money in your life and stuff. And I mentioned YouTube was for a certain time, but I've been demonetized. I talked about it. And I've been thinking the last few weeks, what if I just like made a lot of changes to this channel and just tried to get eligible for monetization again, right? Because at this point I don't really care. I don't get much feedback anymore, or at least feedback that matters to me. So I wouldn't care much of how I change things. Again, this is more, when I say a few weeks ago I thought about trying again and stuff and making whatever changes possible. It's really more out of curiosity than meaning, because I don't really care anymore, if I'm being honest. So what I wanted to do before was try to stream a little if I could, because new games were coming out. I love interacting with my friends in streams. We usually have very fun moments. I'd say streams on my channel have been the best part of it, because a lot of times I'll just pause the game and for like 10-15 minutes between some game time, I'll just talk with the chat. We'll find such good conversations. And yeah, but recently my PlayStation, I won't really, that's also private, but my PlayStation isn't with me right now. I'm still waiting to get it back. People in the Discord will surely know what I'm talking about, but I don't really want to say it publicly. It's a bit embarrassing. So I can't really do that. And even once I get my PlayStation back, I feel like a lot of my comfort is just playing by myself. I feel like it's impossible to make gaming and streaming of games today because of just how damn big they are. Because a lot of games I see, like playthroughs of games will only focus on the story when that's not how games are played anymore. It's not even how they should be. Well, no, never mind. Just like, for example, Ghost of Tsushima or Horizon Forbidden West, like a lot of these open world games, narrative games, sure, whatever, those are easy to record or stream, But like in terms of open world games and things like that, when I say narrative games, I mean like no open world. It's strict like The Last of Us or Uncharted or stuff like that. When it comes to open world games, a lot of people will simply focus on the story and not see other side content or try to get other skins, other weapons, explore the open world and stuff. And to me, that's very unfortunate because for me, I'll play a story mission and for like 3 4 hours, I'll just dick around in the world because it's so serene, it's so immersive, it's so fun. I love to explore and see what else I can get before, because I immerse myself a lot. I'd always imagine, okay, this feels like a good place to stop the story. I'll go and do some side content, see what I can get, like build up gear, because realistically, a character would do that in an ever evolutionizing, I don't even know if that's a verb, story with the scale and stuff. Like when I see people fighting big level threats later on in the story and they have a hard time, it's normal because you didn't level up and continue with other stuff other than the story. So I feel like that's just a bit sad, and I could definitely not play games like that for YouTube if that was the case. So I just play on my own. That's what I did a lot in the summer, because games are also so big. You can't 100% a game anymore because of so many check boxes on the map or collectibles and stuff. There's no way you can dedicate so much time into one game to complete it. You'll just move on to the next because so many games like that are coming out, so you feel like you have to get as much experience as possible in any, which is just a little sad. We're kind of moving away from the subject. So I'd say future of the channel. Right now I have to focus on my personal life, I'd say, because like I said, I'm feeling a bit better, but I'm still not perfect at all. And I need to see as the months go by how my life is going to continue, because I also during the week won't have much free time. Like I said, my internship has long hours. In the morning I can't really get up too early. I have to get up at a perfect time to get to work. And once I come back, it's already 6 o'clock, maybe after. Barely any time, barely any me time, and then I sleep, and then it's the morning again. So I wouldn't have much time to do other stuff. I don't even like. The only YouTube video I've had planned for the last few months is I've been recreating a Demon Slayer soundtrack on my phone. And I even have I'll try not to spoil it, but I have a little drawing here for some background art. Still need to, I've been needing to do the background for months now. And yeah, that's been the only one, but even I've been debating in my head, should I even upload this? Like, this is just a nice project of mine, and practice for making music is always nice for me, even though it takes a while, and some people can do what I made in like a day or two, when it took me goddamn months. I don't even know if I should upload it, because who's gonna watch it? Who's YouTube gonna recommend it to? I'm not even gonna get any income from it. It's all these little things that accumulate and then just kill my motivation. So, the future of this channel, I don't know. I'll probably keep it, probably make a lot of changes. I don't want to make another channel because I've come quite far, and I feel like to get to this point over again would be either so much work I would ruin myself, or impossible. So, I might have to take away a lot of content on this channel, if I'm being honest, if I want to dedicate it. I don't want to dedicate it as of right now. So I guess we'll see. I do still want to stream every now and then, because again, I love streaming with you guys. If the stream can be good, the stream can be dog shit sometimes, but sometimes it can be very good if I'm lucky. And yeah, other than that, I don't really know what videos to upload anymore. Streams, fine. Streams usually don't do very well, but at least it's the interactions that count for me. Videos, not so much anymore, at least. So yeah, that was a little longer than I wanted to, but I did have a lot to get off my chest. And if you complain that this is too long after months and months, here's your like catching up content. I feel like half an hour is very good to catch up after 4 or 5 months, if you're even dedicated to this place. I don't know why I'm acting like this. I am sorry. So thank you so much for watching. You don't need to like or subscribe or anything. This is most likely just for people who are still subscribed and are wondering where the hell I am. Like I said, I don't even know if I'll be making a lot of content anymore, so you don't have to worry about subscribing or anything. I don't really care anymore. At this point, I just thought I'd make this to give you guys a heads up for those who care, who I'm sure are very little. So, yeah, you guys have a nice day, or evening, night, whatever, whenever you watch this. And thanks for being with me so far, at least. The journey was very nice, had a lot of fun, but things come to an end. People grow up, and we move forward, because that's life. Thank you again. Have a wonderful anytime you're having right now, and goodbye.